How is everyone? I hope you're all well. So this isn't necessarily a new thing. This is something that's been floating around for a while, but it's bugged me. It's bugged me for a long time. And that is the message that Grandus sent referenced Summer's disappearance. It's one of the first nods that we get to there being a script, if you like. You know, a story that this family and the people around Ben Hill Road have agreed to stick to and to run with. And you know, it's two things. It's either that these people are telling the truth and there is no real script. They're just saying what happened, and therefore that's why it seems like a script. The weird thing, like I pointed out before, is that there's certain elements that you wouldn't think that everybody would find important enough to mention, like the peppermint candy. The fact they've said peppermint candy. But look, we're going to be looking at it just quickly today to give you my thoughts, my interpretation of what that was. Because we haven't heard much from Grandus. She doesn't really speak. A lot of what we've heard, she said, has come through a third party. But let's take a look. I've got it literally written here, exactly as it was written by Grandus's fair hand. Hun, Sum, and Candace was planting flowers. And there was a flower emoji right before Summer went missing. So there's much speculation onto whether Grandus is saying Hun, as in Hun, she's referring to who's reading this message. And I don't believe that's the case. I've scoured a lot of things that you can find where she's spoken to other people, and I can't see her referencing anyone else as Hun. Now, we was told that there was a statement made, there was where Grandus has confided in a friend. And that friend has said that Hunter returned back to the house that day. Now, I believe that this is Hunter, Summer and Candace was planting flowers right before Summer went missing. Now, I believe Hunter was there. I believe he went back to the house, and I believe that at some point Candace has gone and taken Hunter back home. And I think that it's in this period of time that Summer has gone missing. I think that Summer was left on the property. I think that there's a potential that Grandus went to sleep and Summer was left with the boys. And it's at that point that Summer has gone. We came, the camper had a piece of, there's like a candy emoji, candy. So not peppermint, just candy. We came, the camper had a piece of candy. So that's seemingly straightforward. It would say that perhaps after, she's trying to say that after there was flower plant and cacti, they've gone to the trailer and she's given Summer some candy. It says, the next line, Mom walked Summer halfway back home to see her brothers. Full stop. I'll carry on this in a second. So Mom walked Summer halfway back. So Mom, so she's gone from saying Candace to saying Mom. Walked Summer halfway back home. So she only walked, like Candace said, she walked into the house. She walked into the house and stated to the boys to keep an eye on Summer. Because we said, didn't we, the helicopter mum. You know, the helicopter mum walking Summer in, saying to the boys, Summer, keep an eye on her. She's going down to play. But here, Grandus is stating that Mom walked Summer halfway back home to see her brothers. And then it says, they said she went down to her room to play. She was gone. You have to try and decipher this because this is like in hieroglyphics. So basically I get from this is that Candace didn't walk Summer in at all. Now it says Mom walked halfway back, Summer halfway back home. That's a little bit of a strange statement. Did Candace leave with Summer at some point and tell Summer to go back home? And did she leave Summer to walk home? It seems a little bit of a strange statement to make. Mom walked Summer halfway back home. halfway back home. Like, I don't know, you guys will probably know the terminology better, but if someone's going from the trailer, like where Grandus is residing, and you're planting flowers out the front, and you go into the house, would you use that terminology? You know, like, it's almost making a big journey out of a small distance, isn't it? Like, halfway back home. Well, halfway back home, what's that? 4 steps. She walked 4 steps and Summer walked the other 4. Went down to a playroom and she was gone. Says, Mom helped me straighten my knee brace out. 4 minutes most. Said she had to go check on the kids. In Summer has been missing science. I'm guessing she means since. So the sorting of the knee brace out, the straightening of the knee brace out. What was the point of, like, Grandus going to the care facility that day? Was that not to have a knee brace looking out? I know she got pain meds, but did they not look at it? Also, she said she went to sleep. Would you be straightening the knee brace out before you intended to go to bed for a sleep? Would you remove the knee brace? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Would it be more likely to be removed? Do you sleep in knee braces? If you've got someone there who can straighten it for you and sort that out, surely it would be more comfortable to perhaps lay without it on. You know, the knee brace is to brace it, isn't it? So when there's weight put onto it, the brace takes the weight, not the knee. So if you're going to sleep, you don't necessarily need a brace. But I don't know. This here, to me, this little excerpt, that means that Candace was lying from the start. She was lying. She didn't see Candace, but Summer into the house. But what does that prove? It doesn't really prove anything. At this point, she could just be feeling guilty that she left Summer outside on her own for a period of time, and Summer did indeed end up gone. I'm beginning to think the question here isn't... It's more to do with the actual time that Summer was out of Candace's eyes. What was that period of time? Candace herself has made reference to things wouldn't have happened if she'd have been there. And I wonder, like I say, whether Hunter went back to the house, Candace left to take Hunter home, and at that stage, Summer's been left at home with the siblings, with Grandus, who has gone to sleep. And is that why Summer's sibling had made a reference to the fact that it wasn't his fault? Were they just not watching Summer, and Summer ended up going somewhere? I think out of all of the stories, that is the most sensible, the simplistic, because we can overcomplicate this, and I fear that that's what's happened. I think that we've potentially overcomplicated this, but I think that that's what happened. I think that Hunter went back to the house, and that's why Hunter was distraught, because I think that he was distraught because he knows that this happened because Candace was taking him home. And I think that they're all lying, and that's why Ali couldn't get her story straight when Chris McDonough done his interview at the house. You know, they just couldn't get the story straight. I don't think she could have seen Summer for a start from where she was. She started it by saying that Summer was one way and finished it by saying another. She was completely contradicting Hunter by the end of the conversation. And that should have been very, very simple. Candace pulls up, drops Hunter off, he walks out. There's no other reason for that to go any other way. Remember, at this point, apparently, Candace and Ali don't even get on. Hunter's a 15-year-old boy, 14, 15 at the time. So she's not got to walk him in hand to the door. You stop the truck, let him out, he goes, you're done, you're gone. 2 minutes. They don't talk, they don't like each other. She's dropping Hunter off, who's busy, he's got things to do. They made too much of a meal of this situation as if to try and prove that Hunter was dropped off. And by doing so, they had to embellish on things, and that turned into a complete nightmare. They just fucked it up. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you all in the next one.